All right, so since I said I would be doing this live, I set up Apollo on my personal account, but I am now doing it on my specific business-focused account. So we're just gonna do this together. And if this is a long video, that's fine. It's meant to be raw and unedited. So let's do this together. So somebody who's not super into sales, am I logged in the right account? I'm not, because this was what I did in my other one. So let me, unless, oh, nice. I don't have to repeat the work anyways. Okay. I guess I can show what I did here. So let's start it from the beginning. Let's just do that so we know what we did. So let's do mid-market legal firms practices as the name of the list, and I'm using a free plan right now. Let's target, let's do people, and let's, okay. Yeah, let's just, okay, why not? I'm curious to see how that'll filter it out. Job titles, search for a job title. No, actually, yeah, is this what I want to do? Legal. Okay, so I could. Okay, maybe let's start with this. What is? Let's go to ChatGPT. Keep it simple. Okay. This is not an actual thing. This doesn't exist. This isn't. So I can prove it to you guys. Is this real? This is not based on a memory. Not technically real. Yeah. Is this real? Oh, frick. Anyways. Okay, so let's do this. I am targeting legal practitioners. Oh, what roles in a firm? What is the title I should be looking for that tells me they are a decision maker? One concerned about money, cost, about revenue, and time optimization. Let's do that. Give it context. You are an experienced consultant for legal firms. Managing partner, okay. Associate attorneys, paralegals, IT managers, project context firms. Tells the target, so small, owner, managing partner. Okay, so we have, let's do this. Let me create a new, right here. Roles to target in legal firms. To outreach to in legal firms. Okay, cool, whatever. Managing partner. Let's try that actually. Yeah, operations manager, firm admin, director of ops, owner. Let's can you search the internet and confirm this is true? Please create a concise list of the top 5 roles should be targeting my Personalized outreach. Let's do that. Senior partner, I guess. / senior partner. Ultimate decision maker, overseas firm strategy, yep. Profitability, operational efficiency. That's what we're looking for. I guess COO, director of ops / COO. Daily operations, firm-wide processes, yep. Seeks tools that streamline workflows, yep. Adopts technologies that optimize, yep. Firm admin. His administrative. Let's do that. Why not? Yep, okay. That's good enough. Let's see now. Let's try that. So, managing partner. Go. Yeah. Senior partner. Go. Admin. Let's do both. Why not? That's gonna be a long list as is. Maybe I'll be refining this as I go. Owner. Okay. Director of operations. Okay. COO. Okay, what did I delete? Can I undo that? No, I can't. From administrator is probably. No, I don't know. It's fine. Not CVP. I want COO. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Why not? Let's stick with that. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's close this out. Company location. I don't care. I can go anywhere. Employees. Okay, so I want to target small to mid, but I guess I'm kind of vague. What is considered small versus mid-sized in a legal firm? Small 1 to 50, mid-size 51 to 250. Okay. Let's just stick with 51 to 100. Industry and keywords, legal practice. Okay, legal services and legal practice. Where did that go? Practice. Law practice. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. And now buying a 10. I think the rest should be fine. Let's just. What fields should I be filtering for in Apollo? I'm targeting a law firm for implementing an automation from my agency. I could target it. Nah. Do they show technologies here? It's probably, yep, it's paid. I don't want to do that. Revenue, yeah, we like money. That is paid. Yep, as expected. Buying intent data to identify firms actively researching automation solutions. That is cool. That would be a cool thing to do. Let's actually see, can I find companies buying intent, active interest in a solution like yours? Okay, capture intent signal if someone in a company engages with any of these topics. Workflow automation. Let's look that up. AI automation. I like that. Intelligent automation. Workflow automation. We like that. Additional topics are not included in your plan. Of course. Okay, let's start with AI automation. Let's just do that. Save intent topics. Okay, I like that. Cool. Got a badge. Buying intent scores. Apollo calculates scores based on how recently and how often individual company demonstrate buying intent when searching online sources. I like this. Let's do medium to course. I don't want to do this. Anyways, okay. A lot of self-control there. Where's hire for roles related to? Can I do that? No, I can't. And keywords, inquiry realize you further refine your search. Can I do that? Maybe. Okay. That's fine. All right, now let's just do, so within Apollo, I believe we can only do from administrator. Okay. If I had to choose, let me narrow this down because of the target roles you mentioned earlier, which are the top two with the highest chance for selling my automation to. Managing partner, senior partner. Yeah, let's just do COO and managing partner. Yeah, let's refine that. Managing partner and COO. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So I believe because let's do 100 because I'm assuming that I am going to, during the week before work with 2 hours of time, assuming a Loom video takes about, when I'm rough with it and not refined, it would take me about 10 minutes, maybe with 2 to 3 tries. And the actual outreach would take about 10 minutes or 15 minutes to refine the text. So it'd take me about 25 minutes. So realistically, in 2 hours, if I'm just focusing on that, 25, 50, 75, 100, 60, 125. I should know that math. About 5 people a day. Okay, it's going to be really slow. But hopefully the personalized aspect helps with this. 5 people a day. Obviously, there's ways you can automate this. Instantly exists for email automation, but I don't want to do that because I'm making a bet that this personalized outreach is going to be a little more effective for showing value and showing that I can prove to the client that I have the ability to fix their solution or fix their problem. So let's just do 100. And I want to do this. Select. I wish I could do select all, but it won't let me because I have to pay for that. Okay, anyways, let's just select number of people. Let's do, can I do 200? Will it let me do that for a bulk select? That's 25 records. Okay. Let's start with 25. Let's be patient. Cool. Add to list. High signal location. What do I want to do? Okay, I'm going to start with this and then maybe we'll have to filter because I'm not sure about some of these countries. Should I be targeting the US? Let's do broad right now and we can target it afterwards. Mid-market leading firms across world. Nah, let's filter it. Yeah, location, select region. United States. Let's just keep it simple. Keep it simple. Apply. Nothing, no bias against any other country. Just it's how it goes. So, all right. So we have that now. Create. Bismillah. Finished adding mid-market legal firms. All right. All right. So we got all their emails. Cool. I have LinkedIn. Just want to test that out. Nice. Jordan Ostroff helping lawyers run amazing firms. Just managing partner law, clients, business law. Okay, this will actually be great because I can use personalization through this for attorneys. I think we'll be successful with this. I'm not worried. Inshallah. This is not supposed to be cross-world anymore. Anyways, let's see. So we have their LinkedIn. Do we have any other? So what I'll be doing at some point is I want to add a custom field. This is what I did actually beforehand. I made a automation here for this field that will, can I view it? Edit field, yep, okay. Essentially where it will aggregate the firm's name, their LinkedIn, their Facebook, and their website for me, and then what are the top 3 sub-practices that the firm specializes in. So this way I can just get a brief overview using an LLM, and hopefully that'll help with specifying. So let's see. Jordan Ostroff, auto accident law, wrongful death law, personal injury law, references driven law. Is this guy? Is this accurate? Driven law it is? Okay. I guess. But he says on his business law, personal injury, and civil litigation. Here we have auto accident, wrongful death. I guess this is like super specific, and if I were to actually just confirm this, sorry, this is going to be probably a lot more time intensive this first time around, and then we will refine and iterate. So auto accidents, wrongful death, personal injury. I like that. Okay, so it's pretty accurate. And just to see what their onboarding process looks like. So let's see. We have, let's get started. First name, last name, email, phone, areas of need. Okay, you choose one of these 4. Tell us more about your situation. Let's do a little test. Sohail Mohammed. And I'm not worried about using my real name because, unless say educational, tell us more about your situation. I'm just testing your onboarding process. Thanks, Mike. This will be fun, actually. Thanks, Jordan. Let's do submit. Let's see. Okay. So, thank you. Your entry has been successfully submitted. Oh, okay. Let's actually, no, I'm going to see if I can see that. And I realized I just did my personal email. So let's get that out. Where am I? Right there. Okay. Just going to take that off screen for a sec. Don't want to expose myself. Okay. So this is one thing that I was hoping for. There is, you see how we got that message before that showed, okay, your submission has been successfully submitted. Did I even put my email? Okay. Let me let me go back. Maybe I'm dumb. Did I do this? I probably did, but let me just do this. Testing this one more time. Sorry, Jordan. All right, let's submit that. Okay, you're actually successfully submitted. So in my inbox, in my email, the last thing that I have here is my Apollo email. Now I'm moving it back off just to be safe. After that, I don't get any other email from them. And even if I check my spam inbox, they have no onboarding process. Keep in mind today's Saturday at 7:40 in the morning, so there's a chance that they're only doing this during operating hours. And just to make sure, I'm going to check my phone to see if I got any confirmation texts about that. No. Okay. So this is a signal that there is an obvious opportunity for automation, because no matter, Jordan, how much you want to help lawyers run amazing firms, if a client is looking for help, they're in an emotional state, and they submit something and you don't get back to them immediately, they're going to the first person that consoles them. Because I think emotional intelligence and seeking comfort is probably the first place that people go. Then they look at the money. So that's just my guess. Oh, just close the tab. Let's open it back up. Yeah, okay. All right, Jordan. Maybe you'll be our test subject across doing all this. So yeah, so this is step 1, which is populating our CRM. Now, if I want to go ahead and use our personal lead thing here, and let's just stick with this. Let's close out. Yeah, let's leave you over here, ChatGPT. Now what do we have? Okay, let's hide filters. Okay, so for our process, we have I have my personalized make.com automation, which I can go more into depth at some point. My first goal is going to be, changing the name right there to be personalized to, in this case, it will be Driven Law. Okay, cool. Next, I'm going to go ahead and record a Loom where I'm going to basically be on this camera and being like, hey, Jordan, I just went ahead and solved a big problem for you. And this is totally free. Here it is. If you want to implement it, great. If you want to work with me, great. If not, I just hope that this actually provides you some value. So let me just run through that really quickly. So I know that you are focusing on Driven Law or automobile, whatever. This is essentially how it will go. Next, we're going to personalize some copy, which just means a LinkedIn message. Hey, Jordan, here's a video, blah, blah, blah. And I'm pretty sure I actually already have this somewhere. Let me just copy. Cold LinkedIn. Yeah, there we go. Cold LinkedIn template. So there we go. This is obviously, we're not A/B testing. We're not doing any specific optimization right now. Right now, we just want to get started. So it would essentially be like that. Hi, Jordan. I noticed Driven Law's growth and built a custom client intake automation that could boost your conversion rates. If I wanted to make it even more personalized, I could say something like, I just tried out your onboarding process and noticed off the bat that I don't get any follow-up email or text. This is a huge huge pit for loss. And this is where copy is going to come in and refining English communication. Okay, so maybe selecting for USA was probably smart. Not that people outside of the US can't speak English. We are, anyways. Next, we're going to send the DMs. So I'm going to go on LinkedIn. I'm going to go ahead and message that person. I'm going to go on Instagram. I'm going to try to find that person, message them. I'm going to do the same thing on Twitter. I'm going to do the same thing in my email, through their email. That way, we're increasing the opportunity for that person seeing our content and actually being grabbed. Because at the end of the day, you can create a great product, but if it's not getting in front of the person, it doesn't matter. And next, we'll just update our CRM, just to basically say that, okay, we followed up with them and I need to customize this a bit more, and maybe I'll continue that in the next portion. But that is essentially the process, and we just kind of loop through this every single day. But yeah, so that is just a little starter for this morning. I'm obviously needing to spend a little more time in filling these things out, but it is something that I'm excited for, and bringing everybody along and seeing how far I can get with this. And obviously the goal is to get 10,000 in monthly recurring revenue in 90 days, which implies, and I'll go through the specific offer and what the pricing strategy is, but we have a one-time do-it-for-you cost, and then we have a retainer. The goal is that if we can get at the price of $2,500 for a one-time do-it-for-you cost, if within 90 days we are able to get, what is the math? Let's do this together. I wrote this down, but let's do it live. If, let's say, for example, I have, let's start with how many I'm doing a day. Let's say I do 15 looms per day. Let's say I then do that for 5 days. So 15 times, so 5 days is going to be, I could do this in my head, but no, I can't. Can I? Let's see. 75. Cool. 75 looms per week. Let's say we're assuming worst case scenario. Let's assume that we have a very generously, I think this is generous, we do a 10% rate of booking a discovery call. So let's do, what would that be? 75, 7.5, let's say 7 booked disco calls per week, which is very generous. Let's scale that down a bit. Let's assume that we get 5% of people of the total amount. So 0.05 is what I'd be going for times 75, which is, let's say 3 booked disco calls per week. And then let's say, what does that amount to in a month? 3, 6, 9, 12 booked disco calls per month. How much would it be per 90 days? 12, 24, 36 booked disco calls per month. Now let's do another percent of those booked discovery calls. How many will I actually close? Let's also do 5% just to be like super. Yeah, 0.05 times 36 is 1.8. I need to be a little more generous. Because technically in that case, let's say 5%, which is very low, I would have 2 closed deals. And assuming I'm doing a one-time do-it-for-you 2.5Ks, that would be $5,000 with 2 closed deals. Now this is assuming I'm only doing 5 days, I'm only doing 15 per day, and 3 booked discovery calls per week is assuming a 5% booking and a 5% of closing. So even if I were to bump this up to 10%, let's say I were to do 4, cool, closed deals, that's going to be 10K. And so yeah, that is the goal right now. Obviously we'll get a little more refined in what our process here is, but I hear my cat whining, so I'm going to end this video. Thanks guys for watching. Not really sure what the flow of videos will be here, but if you want to stick around, that's great. If not, totally cool. But I hope this provided some value because I'm learning with you guys. So we'll see. Okay. Bye, guys.